What is going on, my friends? Matitude22 back at you guys with another figure review. Today we are looking at Guy from the Lightning Collection. Guy, one of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, one of the original monsters. Original early on is more what I meant to say. He was very early on in the season 1, very recognizable. I'm glad they're getting to him early because I think this is one. I don't know how far this monster line is going to go, but this is definitely one we needed. But we're going to quickly look at the package before we find out if this figure is a good representation of that character. So right on the right side of the box, you can see a nice illustration of the character right there, and then that kind of goes into the corner. There is the image of the figure on the back with his accessories, and a nice artwork on the side, a nice profile on the side. And then this orangish yellow color on top, and then that stuff on the bottom. So yeah, very big package, very heavy. This is a monstrous figure for sure. But let's find out if this figure is as good as I hope it is. I can already see some flaws. Leave a comment if you guys know what I'm getting at. Alright, so there we go. We have the figure out of the box, and I did point this out when it was in. You can see all the eyes not painted, which I don't want to harp on because it was new. We knew it was going to be like this, but damn, what a big misstep by Hasbro. So you could see all the eyes right there just not painted. There's a lot on the back. Very, very unfortunate, but moving on from that, I don't want to harp on that. Objectively looking at the figure, he does look very nice. He is big, he is tall. So the eye is nice. I wish it was a little more maybe translucent. It's not, but either way, that's okay. And I don't know if this part is supposed to come down. I don't think it does. Oh, yeah, there you go. So see, you can get it to close the eye or open it. It was just a little bit tight. But yeah, so there you go. So that's a nice feature. I'm glad they included that. And the eyes are at least painted mostly on the front, so depending on how you kind of pose them, it doesn't look quite as bad. You know, if you kind of look at him from the back, or if you kind of have his arm up or his arms out, then it is a little bit more noticeable, but you can kind of work around it. The eye is nice, and this part has some nice kind of texturing on it, like almost like a leathery feel to it, which is nice. Feels like very wrinkly and worn out. So that is a nice touch. Other than that, he is kind of just a solid white plastic. There's not a lot of color outside the eyes, which some of them are brown, some of them are just black. So you do get a little variety, but again, I think they could have done a little more, especially considering the price tag. This is their monster line where they're the more deluxe. But I digress. Again, I don't want to just focus only on the missing eyeballs. The hands have the same kind of texturing as around the face, which again, I did point out that I did like it, and the feet not so much. But again, see the toes, the eyes are painted. So they did do it where it counts. You know, I obviously got the eyeballs there. They did do it where it counts, and I do appreciate it. I think they did. I think they could have did more, or they could have done more, but I feel like they did enough that I'm okay with it. Articulation, the head has no articulation, but the eye actually can rotate, which is nice. You can kind of move that. So that's a nice feature. Again, I already pointed out that the eyelid can come down if you want. Arms, nice rotation. Move out that far. He's got bicep swivel and a nice bend in the elbow. Wrists do hinge and rotate. As far as the torso, he has a waist twist, so you can kind of do anything you need to do with that. Hips move out this far. Kick that far forward. Doesn't really kick back, but the thighs do swivel. It does have a double jointed knee, which is nice for a larger figure. You get a pretty good range of motion on that. So articulation wise is really good. Like you know, he's a big monster. How super articulated does he need to be? Not very, if you ask me. But so yeah, so the paint, the eyes, where the eyes are painted, it's nice. So you know, for me, the paint apps are good. I just wish there was more eyes. Sculpt is good. Paint apps are good. Articulation, pretty good. So I'm really happy with this figure. It does come with a nice amount of accessories, which we'll kind of take a look at right now. So he does come with his little eye thing. Remember, this would kind of fire like lasers at people, and it would kind of absorb them into the eye. So it's kind of nice. He doesn't hold it, but you can kind of display it with him. I like that it comes attached to the stand already. I don't know if you could pop it off. I mean, you probably could. I don't know why you would want to, but and then it comes with a nice effect. It does also come with this effect piece, which I guess you could probably, yeah, so there you go. So it looks like it's firing at somebody, and then it would absorb them into the eye. So that's really nice. I think in terms of accessories, really nice. They gave him the one thing he could possibly come with, but they did it really well. I think the effects work. I think this figure works really well. He does also come with 2 alternate fists. Yeah, you know, I can't really complain too much. The plastic on the torso and the arms and the legs is it's nice, solid, glossy white. And then, like I said, where it's got that leathery texture, it's a little bit darker. So it does add for some contrast. And the eyes, where they painted them, I know it's just a black dot. It's nothing to it. But, you know, like right there when you got the black dot and the brown, it just looks nice. And some dots are just brown. So you get a little mix. So again, it gives you a nice... It gives you some nice separation. So it's not just all black or all brown, but you get a nice little variation. I think, you know, even on the back they did miss a lot, but still looks pretty good. Like I said before, sculpt very nice. Articulation is good. I mean, he's a monster. How articulated do you want him to be? Like, he's, you know, he wasn't doing like backflips in the show, people. So it's pretty good for what it is. Sculpt is good. I'm super happy with this figure, and this effect with the blast coming out of the eye, I think is just super. This is definitely a winner in my book. If you're kind of on the fence about the monsters, definitely I do suggest picking this one up. This would be good too. Like, if you just, even if you don't collect Power Rangers, but let's say you have that like Conan, you got the Mezco Conan or whatever, uh you could just put this guy with Conan and just have Conan fighting a monster or anything like that. This would just be a great monster figure. I do recommend this guy a lot. And you know, it is a deluxe price, but you get a lot, I think, for what you're paying for. Like I said, the articulated eye, and can you? I don't think you could put that on that eye. No, but it's not really meant to go. It's more so meant to go on here, so we can kind of see. Let's get it to stay. I don't know if there's a better way for it to kind of stay. But okay, you know what? It is what it is. Yeah, definitely like this figure. But that is it, my friends. I hope you did like this video. If you did, of course, please hit the like button. Of course, feel free to hit the thumbs down if you didn't like it. I appreciate all the feedback. If you guys are not already, do please consider subscribing. We're building up. We're getting 500, on our way to 500. So definitely consider helping out there. You know, of course, let me know what you think of this figure. Let me know, was I Guy your favorite monster? He was one of them. But I think in terms of like monster of the week for MMPR, I think the one that I really want the most at this point is like Nasty Knight. But I would at least be a top 5. Like I Pudgy Pig, the Lizard. So we got a couple. Like I said, Nasty Knight. The Spider was really cool. I'm not thinking of all the names right now, but you know, bear with me. But yeah, thank you so much, my friends. Have yourselves a great day. I will see you hopefully in the next video, and Bye.